President Obama is in Australia this morning for the G20 Leaders Summit there, which began today in Brisbane. While climate change is a major focus, there is also a lot of talk about relations between Russia's Vladimir Putin and Western leaders. NBC's Kristen Welker is traveling with the president. Kristen, good morning.
Erica, good morning to you. As the G20 summit gets underway, thousands have turned out to protest Russia's President Vladimir Putin. A lot of people here hold him responsible for the MH17 plane tragedy that claimed so many Australian lives. Meanwhile, stern warnings from President Obama and European leaders: get out of Ukraine or there will be more sanctions. President Obama and Russia's President Vladimir Putin sharing the world stage at the G20 Economic Summit. But it's become a showdown between Putin and the West. Overnight, President Obama speaking to students in Brisbane.
We're leading the international community in the fight to destroy the terrorist group ISIL. We're leading in dealing with Ebola in West Africa and in opposing Russia's aggression against Ukraine.
The U.S. and Europe have already sanctioned Russia over Ukraine, but Putin is defiant, calling threats of new sanctions a mistake. It comes as Russia announces plans to fly military flights near the U.S. The diplomatic tension has been front and center. Cameras caught several chilly encounters in China. But even as the U.S. and its allies deal with Russia, for President Obama, top domestic priorities haven't trailed far behind. Despite a resounding midterm defeat for his party, the president is defying Republicans, signaling a willingness to go it alone on climate change, reclassifying the internet as a public utility, and most importantly, promising to go around Congress to reform the nation's immigration system.
And that's going to happen. That's going to happen before the end of the year.
And on the controversial Keystone Pipeline, the president has dug in, signaling he'll veto legislation to approve the plan, even as bills to do just that advance in Congress.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Still, with Republicans now in control, the president faces an uphill battle pushing his own agenda.
It gives the Republicans the ability to say, you said your policies were on the ballot, they lost, so it's time for our policies.
Now, at this point, no plans for President Obama to meet with President Putin, although White House officials don't rule that out. They say he will be meeting with his European counterparts about the crisis in Ukraine. In fact, earlier today, he had an extended conversation with German Chancellor Angela Merkel. Erica, back to you.
All right, Kristen Welker in Brisbane this morning. Kristen, thanks.